Before we started working with Flowlens, we had paperwork coming out of our ears. We had lots of phone calls, lots of conversations between people, and it was getting a bit chaotic. I needed to make sure we could cover all of our bases, from stock coming in, sales, stock control and workflow. We also wanted to keep an eye on all the calendar, all the jobs for the guys who are doing work out in the field and who was going to be where, when. I started a trial with Flowlens during the lockdown period and actually implemented a lot of the initial setup myself, which was nice and intuitive to actually get it all working. It allowed me to actually understand what the system could do, and working with the teams at Flowlens of how best to use their software in order to make the system work for us. Because we were in a bit of a unique position of doing it at the end of lockdown, I was able to work with the team members one by one as they came back to show how the Flowlens system will impact their day-to-day workings and how it would simplify their role and actually save them time. The buy-in was really good from the team, especially the field-based people. The other advantage we've found with it is to enable home working. We can all take all the information with us wherever we are in the country, and it simplified that part of the process. So the admin team absolutely loved that. One of the major points of choosing Flowlens was its integration with the Xero software package. It has just simplified the whole process, from finding where the actual, from raising the quotes and raising the invoices and linking it all to our customer records. It means we brought it all into one place. We now actually just use Xero for the data storage, but whenever we're looking for an invoice query or any questions from a customer, we just dive straight into Flowlens and find the answer. The biggest time saver for myself has been the team being able to go and find the answers straight away, rather than having to ask a question to myself or to the other departments. It's allowed us to actually expand the business with new staff members, from me knowing that the data everyone needs and the data I need myself to keep an eye on all the figures and the jobs being done is all in one place. The main benefit for me with the new implemented systems is it allows me to firstly trust the staff are doing their job properly, and just to have a snapshot of the day of what's happened and what's going on in the business. It's also allowed me to spend this time, which has been freed up by the operations, to look at the next step of the company, to make sure we are prepared for the Brexit scenario coming up, and it's just allowed me to actually work on the business rather than in the business. With the COVID-19 pandemic, it's affected every business. One of the major things we've used the Flowlens systems for is the ability to have the customers sign the actual tablets for the jobs, the service sheets for the guys in the fields. We've actually become a paperless office, which has just helps fully with all the controlling the virus. We can then integrate it and send off the invoice straight away through the system to the customer's email address, send quotes while we're standing there in front of the customer, and it's just completely changed how we actually work. Whilst I'm talking to the customer, I know that as soon as I set the next task, it's there, it's in the system, and we can find it if need be, and I can think about the next part of the job. We like working with the Flowlens team. If you've got a question, we can pick up the phone and speak to somebody in the same time zone as us. When rolling out the system, I'd suggest you don't try and implement every single part of it in one go. We took it as a step-by-step. Don't try and run before you can walk, and make sure you understand the whole process from start to finish and what parts are important to your business and its efficiency. I'm not being blamed up by any of the staff, so I'm happy. So it's obviously working as everybody wants it, you know.